The Thomas and Kilmann Conflict Model is a popular framework for understanding different approaches to conflict resolution. This model identifies 5 key conflict management styles based on 2 underlying dimensions: assertiveness and cooperativeness. In other words, how much focus do you place on your own needs and how much do you place on the other person's needs? In any conflict, you may respond in one of these 5 ways, which are the 5 conflict handling styles identified by the Thomas Kilmann Conflict Model: competing, collaborating, compromising, avoiding, and accommodating. Competing. This style is marked by high assertiveness and low cooperativeness. In other words, there is more focus on your needs over the other person's needs. This style is suitable in situations where prompt action is required or a decision needs to be made swiftly. Collaborating. The collaborating style demonstrates high level of assertiveness and cooperativeness. Basically, you assert your own needs and concerns while also being highly receptive and responsive to the other person's needs. Ideally, use this style more than others simply because the style promotes a win-win situation. This is the complete opposite of avoiding, as you'll soon see. It is also an improvement on where the compromising falls short. Compromising. This style exhibits moderate assertiveness and cooperativeness. In other words, you assert some of your needs while also accommodating the other person's needs to a certain extent. This style falls intermediate between competing and accommodating. Though this may result in a win-win, there is the risk that no one fully gets what they want. There are a number of mixed advantages and disadvantages that often cancel each other out. The main challenge with this approach is the possibility of appearing indecisive. Avoiding. Now, this style is characterized by low assertiveness and low cooperativeness. Basically, you do not focus on your own needs, nor do you focus on the other person's needs. This style is for avoiding conflict altogether, rather than engaging in a potentially difficult or uncomfortable situation. Accommodating. Finally, this style is characterized by low assertiveness and high cooperativeness. Here, you prioritize the other person's needs and concerns over your own. This is the opposite of competing. Now, here is a story of the 2 painters. Picture 2 painters fighting over the last tube of red paint in the studio. Both painters wanted the red paint to complete their artwork for their clients and argued who should get it. If one of the painters took a competing approach, then the other painter would lose out entirely, meaning that only one artwork would benefit from the red paint. Another approach might be for both painters to walk away from the conflict, avoiding it altogether. In this case, neither of them would get the paint. This would result in both missing out and also the clients missing out on an amazing artwork. Taking an accommodating approach, perhaps one of the painters could go and buy more red paint and give it to the other. This would be a very generous act, but it might mean they sacrifice their own needs for the sake of the other person's needs. Alternatively, they could compromise. They could share the tube of red paint, so each painter gets some, but the artwork would each receive only a fraction of the intended color, leading to a less vibrant result. The painters were actually working on 2 different pieces, one needing a lot of red paint and the other needing just a touch. If they had discussed their needs from the start, they would have realized that a collaborating was the best approach. I hope this was a useful explanation of the Thomas Kilmann Conflict Mode instrument and the 5 conflict handling modes. For more help in handling conflicts, check out our conflict resolution training course at makingbusinessmatter.co.uk/training/conflict management training. For more on Thomas Kilmann Conflict Model, see our related article at makingbusinessmatter.co.uk/Thomas Kilmann Conflict Model. Do consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you again really soon.